When it comes to musical instruments, you've got your strings and the brass and the reeds and the percussion, and then you've got your bagpipes. Nothing quite like a bagpipe. Not wildly popular, and the sound of the bagpipe is, well, it's something that's hard not to have an opinion about one way or the other. And yet, certain times, certain places, it does seem that nothing else will do.
A St. Patrick's Day parade wouldn't be the same without them, and it certainly wouldn't sound the same. The Inveran Pipe Band was founded in St. Louis in 1972 with 7 musicians. There are 20 men and women in the band today, all of whom were drawn to a sound unlike any other.
I come from a Scottish heritage, so I always grew up listening to bagpipes, but never thinking that I'd be in a bagpipe band.
But you don't have to be Scottish to love piping. One of Inveran's newer members, Ken Law, started playing in his native Hong Kong.
Well, I come from a place that used to be in British colony, and I guess I saw the Scottish soldiers there, guys in kilts, and it looked really cool, and I decided to try the bagpipes.
While most people associate bagpipes with Scotland, Ireland, and England, their origins are unclear. Some historians speculate they were used in ancient Egypt and Sumeria. This carving of what appears to be a man playing an early form of bagpipe came from an Assyrian palace. It might date back as early as the 1st century BC. By the Middle Ages, the bagpipe started to take a more complicated shape. But it's the Scottish Highlanders who can take credit for developing today's bagpipes and putting them to their best use, especially in wartime. Historians say enemy forces were easily intimidated by the piercing sounds bagpipers made as they marched into battle with Highland warriors. So effective were the pipes that in the mid-18th century, bagpipes in Scotland were outlawed for a time. Inveran members frequently perform outside a parade route. They're a big crowd pleaser at weddings. Once they even played a bar mitzvah. But for a handful of members, including pipe major Matt Pantaleoni, the most exhilarating moments are during competitions.
In fact, I go over to Scotland in the summertime and compete over there. There's a whole circuit of solo competitions, and I go over with a few other Americans and several Canadians to do that.
Is that a reflection of the seriousness of your whole band?
Oh yes, I like to think so.
If you think learning to play one of these takes time, patience, and a lot of skill, you're right.
Start with exercise 1, and you can pick up the tempo there because I know that's a little slow.
Some Inveran members give lessons Tuesday evenings, shortly before the band's weekly rehearsal. Beginning piping students start out on a chanter. It looks and sounds a lot like a recorder.
It can take people anywhere from 3, 6, 9 months, a year or more to even begin starting to play on a bagpipe.
Founding member Cohen explains how the whole bagpipe works.
Okay, it's a one-way valve in here. So as I blow into here, the air gets shut off so it doesn't come back out my mouth. These are single reeds here. It's a bass, and 2 tenors are single reeds, so they have that constant sound, that hum. And then you have a double reed, like an oboe reed here, which is the melody pipe.
Okay. Of course, no bagpipe band would be complete without its drum line. Inveran's drum leader is Charlie Cablish.
This type of drumming is very complicated, it's very complex. We play many, many more notes than other drummers usually do, and that's attractive to a lot of people. It requires a lot of technique, but it also means you have to be very careful with the technique, because if you don't, you get in the way of the melody. So it's very important for drummers to provide texture through rhythm and through dynamics. Bagpipes can't play louder or softer. There's no dynamic function in a bagpipe.
The band is always looking for talented players to join their ranks, regardless of age. So you're pretty much the youngest member of this group.
Yeah.
13-year-old Tom Finley is making his first public appearance with Inveran after just 3 years of studying. Does it feel a little intimidating to be with players with so much more experience?
Yeah, sometimes, but they're very good to me. Like, they're very patient and stuff, so that's good.
And as you can see, gender doesn't matter either. Female pipers are a common sight to Canadian Denise Olson. She's played the pipes since the age of 10.
There are lots of all-female pipe bands as well as mixed pipe bands. The girls certainly balance the guys up there.
The pipers and drummers seem to create an upbeat atmosphere wherever they go. Now granted, it's an acquired taste for some, but on this day, the Buckley clan couldn't have asked for more. They first met the Inveran players at the 2004 St. Patrick's Day Parade in Dogtown. For 2005, the band marched in front of the Buckley's float.
It worked out great for us. They're a fantastic group. They play very well, and we're looking forward to having them next year. So it all worked out fantastic.
They said they had an awesome time this year, and they want to know if they can play with us next year. And we said, absolutely, you're in.